All right, let's head to the next floor of the dungeon. Lynn, I'm ready to get this over with and claim the prize. Lynn, a light-skinned kid with spiky white hair, gripped his goblin blade, practically vibrating with excitement. Beside him, Sinju, with his dark skin and locked hair, adjusted the red and gold dragon scale cloak around his shoulders. And then there was Juggernaut, a mountain of a man encased in gleaming red and gold armor, his long silver hair flowing down his back. We were flying through the dungeon floors, an unstoppable force. Another group of adventurers' rivals were keeping pace with us. We'd been neck and neck, clearing floor after floor until we finally reached the end, the last floor. And there, instead of a boss room, were two massive identical doors. Etched in the stone above them were 3 words: choose your path. Sinju shot a look at the other adventuring party. I guess we'll each pick a door, he said, a competitive glint in his eye. First one to the boss wins. The other group nodded and we parted ways. Our team taking the left door, theirs taking the right. The moment we stepped through, the heavy door slammed shut behind us. We found ourselves in a vast, circular chamber, and in the center was him, some kind of half-beast, half-man creature. He was covered in shaggy black fur, but patches of pale skin showed through. His massive, muscular legs were bound by thick, glowing chains that were anchored directly into the stone walls. He looked up, his eyes weary. "Please," he growled, his voice a low, terrifying rumble that shook the very air. "Leave me alone, I don't wish to fight today. I don't wish to kill anyone. No more pointless blood." Lynn, ever the hothead, took a step forward, his hand on his goblin blade. "What are you talking about? You're supposed to be the boss. We came all this way to fight you," he said, his voice laced with disappointment. The beastman just shook his head slowly. "I'm no boss," he said, tugging at the chains on his legs. "I'm just another prisoner, same as you are in this dungeon." He met Lynn's gaze. "But if you wish to free me, I will fight you all day, all night, if that is your desire." A grin spread across Lynn's face. "All right, you got a deal. Wait, Lynn." I stepped in front of him. This felt wrong. I turned to the chained creature. "Why should we free you? For all we know, you're locked up for a good reason." He looked at me, and for the first time I saw something other than weariness in his eyes. It was a flicker of ancient pride. "Because I have done nothing wrong," he stated, his voice gaining strength. "Nothing but slay the evil that once ruled this place." Meanwhile, in the other room, the rival adventurers were having a very different experience. They were fighting an exact replica of the beast man we were talking to. But this one wasn't chained, this one wasn't talking. It was a whirlwind of claws and fangs, and it was giving them the fight of their lives, tearing through their ranks with absolute ferocity. Back in our chamber, I was still skeptical. But Lynn was sold. He believed the creature's story. "All right," I sighed, giving in. "We'll free you." Lynn let out a whoop of excitement. But as I approached the chains, something felt off. A surge of raw, evil energy was radiating from the metal links themselves, not from the beastman. It was a cold, corrupting aura that made the hairs on my arms stand up. I hesitated, but Lynn, blinded by the promise of a legendary fight, just scoffed. "Hey, a little dark magic won't stop me." He ignored my warning, raised his goblin blade high, and with a powerful swing shattered the glowing shackle on the beastman's left leg. The moment it broke, the evil energy didn't just radiate. It exploded outwards in a tidal wave of pure malevolence. The beastman screamed, but it wasn't a scream of pain. It was a roar of transformation. The black fur on his body receded, revealing smooth, dark skin. The claws on his hands sharpened into deadly talons, and a pair of massive, leathery wings burst from his back. The weary prisoner was gone. In his place stood a demon, its eyes burning with an infernal light as it looked down at us. A wicked, terrifying smile spreading across its face. "Thank you, little heroes," it hissed, its voice no longer a weary growl but a smooth, chilling whisper. "You've just freed the true boss of this dungeon."